Howdy, howdy, everybody. Zandy Dandy here. Today we're going to be checking out the Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon is a Lovecraftian turn-based RPG party management game with a focus on stress mechanics during run and between runs. So most people are going to know about Darkest Dungeon. It's a very popular game. It's been around for a while. I absolutely adore this game. I will admit I've never truly beaten it. I have played all the DLCs a little bit. I'm not going to be playing the DLCs today. I'm not going to be showing any of that, obviously. I only do a little bit of a coverage, except I'm going to be making an announcement. Tomorrow, Saturday, 09/18 Pacific Time, 5 p.m., I'm going to be streaming Darkest Dungeon. I will put a link in the description with my Twitch, SandyDandy99. So if you're interested at all, I'm going to be streaming this game, and I'm going to be uploading the VOD onto my channel, just so other people can enjoy it as well. This will be the first game I'll be streaming on this channel. This is going to be the first real playthrough I'm going to do after this little introduction. So again, if you're interested, link's going to be in the description. You can either just show up tomorrow, or you can follow me now and get notified immediately. So I'll try and do an announcement beforehand, but let's get into it. We're going to hit campaign. This is going to be the account, or this is going to be the profile we're going to be doing for streaming. So I'm going to, just because I'm not too comfortable with the systems and it's been a while since I played, I'm going to turn off Crimson Court and Color of Madness. These are both DLCs. Everything else here is just kind of its own little thing. We're going to leave the Butcher Circus, because why not? It doesn't really matter. Yeah, Musketeer. None of this is really too game-changing. These are DLC characters, but I don't mind them being on here. And we're going to go with Darkest, because that's the original setting. And name it Sandy Dandy. Alright, and we're going to just hop on in. Yeah, again, this is a turn-based action RPG. Not action RPG, but a turn-based RPG. Where team comp's very important.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
So yeah, as the guy said, we're on our journey to reclaim our old family estate. It's been flooded with like Lovecraftian horrors, because this game is very much Lovecraftian. It was inspired by Lovecraft's work. You can literally communicate with the devs at all, or look into anything they say. That's all they talk about. I mean, even the narrator involved with it, I sadly do not know his name. If someone does know, let me know, or I'll Google it later. He has done audiobooks related to not only just Lovecraft work, but, you know, he's done fan projects and stuff like that too, and he was hired on specifically for this. I think he was even the one that kind of incepted the idea. I remember in like a little talk with the devs, they were talking about how, you know, he was just getting into, you know, Lovecraftian work, and he was just obsessed with it, you know, like anyone who likes that stuff. And he just kept saying, hey, you guys know how to make games, let's make it, you know. That's what he did. So with the stagecoach destroyed and the caretaker gone, you'll have to make the journey to Hamlet on foot. So yeah, we're going to our little hamlet, the old road. So this is Renaud, and this is Dismas. These are our two guys we're going to start with. You can see their class here, their stats. So this is, you know, his health, 23 out of 23. This is the sanity mechanic I was telling you about. So it's 0 out of 20, because we're not going crazy right now. This is his accuracy, his critical chance, his damage, his dodge chance, his protection points. So this reduces damage. I believe it reduces damage. And then his speed. You can also see the equipment he has, and then his abilities. If I right click him, I can even look at his quirks. So he's a known cheat. He's not allowed to gamble in town. We'll see that when we get to town. He has a hard noggin, so he's stun resistant. And he's quick reflex, so +2 speed. So that's why he's a speedy boy. Got a pistol shot here, which does extra damage to marks. It's got an accuracy. You can see the accuracy base, so it has an 85% chance of hitting. So, it also has a damage modifier of -15%. It has a critical mod of +70 or 7.5%, and again, it does more damage against marked. However, another thing is you can see the little blimps in the left corner and the right corner up above pistol shot 1. The left yellow blimps are where he can be in the party's position to use that skill, and the red are the enemies in their party position that he can hit. So you can see here they all have different ones. This one, Grape Shot Blast, has a chain between those 3, and that means it hits all 3 of those enemies in that front area. So you can also have camping skills. We're not going to see that for a little bit. He's got some resistances here. Really the biggest one is like Death Blow. It shows, so once an enemy or once an ally loses all their HP, they go on death's door, where if they get smacked one more time, that's it, they're dead. So, but they can run a resistance where they can shrug off a hit. So they kind of like have this weird armor system. So let's get into it though. I can make these guys move around just so they can activate those skills. Let's just make sure. I'm pretty sure they have this. Yeah, they have the same skills every time you start this game, because you always start with these 2 little guys. All right, and we can, over here we have our little items. So we got some food here. If I click this, we have our map, and this is how you're going to get around. So this is the room we're currently in. I can move with D and A, back and forth right here, but we're not really going to go anywhere because we have to click the next room to go to.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
All right.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
Yeah, we got this little dude here. This thug, this brigand cutthroat. You can see that he has a protection 15, dodge 2, speed 3. You can see his resistances down there. You can see what type of enemy he is. He's a human. He's only got 12 HP. So we're gonna murk this guy. We're gonna use open vein on him. We're gonna cause some bleed damage. We got a 95% accuracy base, so we're most likely gonna hit because again he's not really too fast. So, and we also debuff him so he's slower. As your speed affects your party response time. So he's gonna do our slice and dice. Gonna hit both of us. You saw how it kind of connected there, and we're just gonna smack him with a smite, and then he's dead.
Advantage. Give them no quarter.
All right, so we're gonna check this little tent here. You can press W when it kind of highlights. Oh yeah, you also, when you go backwards, you know, your character suffers stress. We can also see the light level because you saw it dim a little bit. This is the light bar. We're at 74% light right now, and you can see how the game, the stat modifiers for it. We can also reduce the torch or snuff the torch. We're not going to do that because that's generally a bad idea unless you know what you're doing. So, for instance, monsters have a huge chance of being surprised, and you'll see what that is eventually. It's basically where we get an extra, we get the first turn operate everybody. You know, we all get to act. So let's get into it. Let's yeah, we're just gonna check inside this tent. Unless some valuables, we take it all.
Unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
All right. That's the awesome narrator.
Ambush. Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
So I can definitely turn off the subtitles. Let me know if they are in the way. I'm gonna leave them on for this introduction video because to me, the narrator is an integral part of this game. If you are playing by yourself, or just in general, just trying to get an idea of the game, that narrator, it makes this game so much more. So props to him. All right, let's just, we're gonna shoot this guy in the back. We used our little pistol shot there. So we want to try and take out the back line because melee attacks often can't hit that back line. Oh, our dude's bleeding over here. Because yeah, if I do the zealous accusation, yeah, it targets the first 2 rows. This guy's a big boy, so I can't really do anything. So we're actually going to end up stunning him. We're going to use a stunning blow, just humble bash him. Oh, he resisted it though. All right, but it's okay. We're gonna just kind of shoot this guy in the back.
Confidence
He's
surges
dead,
as the enemy crumbles.
and it leaves a corpse, which we'll have to deal with eventually. So our guy just got crit there and pushed back, which isn't too fun. He does have a 50% stun resist. We could also just start smacking him for damage, but I don't want our guy getting hurt. Could also mark him. Not that big of a deal. Yeah, we're just gonna go for the damage. So, see, we're gonna slice him open. He'll start bleeding because his bleed resist is basically nothing. And yeah, if we stack that bleed a bit more, let's see. All right, we're fine. We're fine. Resisted the bleed, and we're gonna hit this dude. Boom.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Now, gold greases palms, builds empires, and instigates murder. Instigates. Gold is used for buying all sorts of goodies in this game. It's used for everything, basically. Upgrading characters, buying equipment, buying trinkets, everything. These deeds are specific to certain building upgrades and building unlocks. Well, not really unlocks. Kind of. You'll see. Show you that. So now I'm gonna continue adventuring. I know better, but we don't really have a key for this chest, so we're gonna bait it trap chest. Something doesn't look quite right with this one. We're gonna open it up, and it's trapped. So we got poison. Doesn't matter. But you can already see how this game can be. And we're going to click the little quest icon there. We're going to end it. Alright, and after that, our guys are going to level up to level 1 with +2 resolve. And we're going to see what they develop quirks, basically. These are completely random at this point. So, for instance, he's anemic now. Renaud's going to just take an additional negative 10% on his bleed resist. But he's also going to do way more damage to beasts and take less stress from beasts, which is quite useful. Backtracker, for instance, remember when we walked back, he started taking stress because he was in the back and we were walking backwards. He won't be doing that anymore. Which is, I'm sure can be useful. If you want to avoid certain rooms.
Welcome home. Such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Alright, so now we can see our entire quest goals. So this is pretty much everything the game wants us to do. So, we'll get into that later. I'm going to start showing off some of the areas. So we have the stagecoach here, where we can get
Women
more...
and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
Yep, this is where we recruit new heroes, or meat to the grinder, however you view it. So let's just add them now. We don't even...
the blood-soaked battlefield.
We don't really have much of a choice. We need more heroes. So we can upgrade the stagecoach here by clicking this icon. You can see what it uses. It uses deeds and crests. So you can increase the number of available heroes or our roster total. So I'm actually going to upgrade that. I'm just going to start with that.
Can be found even here, in the mud and rain.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
Trinkets and charms gathered from all the forgotten corners of the earth.
So yeah, the Nomad wagon is where we get our trinkets. What these are basically just the items your character can actually equip, except for besides their actual equipment. So right here you would put them in those little slots, and they'll affect your characters in different ways. And this is where we kind of store them, our little inventory for trinkets. So we go over here. This is our little memories.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
It's where we can watch, the opening again, and we can see more of the story as we progress if we do certain things. So what that's about. Here's the graveyard.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
So we found the caretaker again, and he's obviously very, very happy to be here. This is where, sadly, our heroes are going to come when, they can't walk anymore. So, and they're, 6 feet in the ground. So we're going to go, yeah, we can't open up any of these other buildings, and that's what they'll unlock with the quests. So, that's pretty much it. So we're going to just get into it now. We're going to embark.
A mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
Alright, so we're on the estate map, and we're going to be checking out the ruins. Because we cannot do... Our characters will even refuse to go into the darkest dungeon. So we're going to go into the ruins, because it's the only kind of quest we have right now. So our quest right here is Scout. Test yourself in the mad realm of your fallen ancestor. Take note of how the creatures have taken over, but don't delve too far. Our goals are just to explore 90% of the rooms. Easy, right? We can see the rewards down here. So this is a trinket we're going to get. Plus 15% move skill chance, -1 speed. Not great, but you can still build around it. So we're not going to name any of these characters. We'll have people do that later, if they decide to. So you can even see, yeah, so some parties get specific names. We go again into it. We're going to just see everyone's quirks really quick. So she's thick-blooded. She's resistant to blight. She's terrible with range skills, and she's slow if her health is down. Let's see what abilities she has really quick. Okay, so she's pretty much ultimately the best in the back. We won't be able to use one of her skills. Let's see. Alright, actually, we're going to put her up front there. We're going to run Red Hook, because I do love the illumination. Just in case. It doesn't really matter right now, but it's still nice. Thinking again, it always gives that debuff. Alright, so we're gonna go into provisions.
Cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
Alright, so we're gonna grab some pebbles. Let me get some food. We're gonna get a full stack of food. I don't think we need any more. So some characters even bring their own supplies. For instance, the Crusader. Right here, he's Apprentice Crusader. Renaud brings the holy water. And the Plague Doctor brings the anti-venom. So there are characters in the game. Those are the only recruitable characters. They have all these abilities, and that's it. They have all these camping skills, and that's it. You can unlock those with another building. And you can upgrade these abilities. Upgrade their equipment, give them trinkets, but that is it. There's no real, like, level tree. Like, I'm not gonna give this character additional move speed by picking, like, a little bubble in a skill tree. It's just not how it works. I believe that's what the new game's going for. I haven't looked too much into it, but it looks like it's going into that, which is kind of cool. I'm very excited about that, so. Alright. We can also see our scouting percent, which is a mechanic where when we start traveling between rooms, eventually one of our characters will scout, and we can kind of get an idea of what's in the future rooms. Definitely going to want to buy some keys, get some bandages. I almost forgot to get torches. We don't really need laudanum. We'll be fine. Too expensive anyways. Well, yeah, I still want medicinal herbs, though. I don't think I need those here. We're gonna embark now. There is each area kind of has its preferred setup. I'm not gonna look it up because I don't remember what you should bring where, and the first area is kind of always the same. The first 2 areas. Once we finish this, it opens up into very, I want to say it's kind of roguelike, but it is roguelike. But it's not really roguelike. It's always random. But this area is not always random. We always go through this path. Walking. Oh, we're going to pick up a little torch up here. That's always helpful.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
We're actually going to pop that torch right there. Just go up to 100% radiant light. We're going to head into this room here. Alright, and we're going to get our first battle. So these skeletons don't bleed. That makes sense. But they aren't resistant to stun, move, blight, debuff. So that's really what you want to do. So yeah, I can still open vein them, hit them for pretty good, but they won't bleed from that. That is the one thing. So what I'm actually going to end up doing is I'm going to try and grape shot them. That's going to be a miss though. All right. Torrenting blast, we can stun. Best if we just start blighting. We go for the damage now. Try and kill him. So we're gonna do dazzling light. Good. Yeah, we're gonna do dazzling light. Start getting that damage stacked up.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Kill him off.
We require only the strength to follow it.
Gonna whack my dude. Not cool. I'm gonna whack him back.
With impunity.
Take that, dude. Alright, now this is unlocked, so we don't have to use anything on it. We're gonna just open it up. And then we're gonna get a shovel, speedstone. Alright, so we're actually gonna give Renaud here a speedstone, make him a little faster. Take these. These are just worth their gold. You can see the value here. Green like molten envy. Right. Now we're scouting, so this is a scouting mechanic. And we can see that there's gonna be a battle up here, and we're gonna see this room up here. Different characters give different scouting advantages.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
So some I believe, yeah, they're called curios. How these little interactables. You saw that with the torch, with the tent, with the chest. All these items, generally most of them. That one chest in the beginning with the bandits, I believe if we had a key, we could have like gotten past the trap or something. But you don't have the key. So with this rubble, we could either clear it by hand, but everyone's going to take stress damage, or we can use the shovel. Easy peasy. One and done. So the items have certain interactions. Alright, so we still have radiant light. We're going to pop into this fight. And we're going to try and kill this cultist immediately. This lady loves to do stress damage. So we can see now, since this enemy's been... We fought this guy before. He's got a skill bump in the night. It was that, that little crack on the head. As we start fighting these enemies more, we'll learn more of their abilities. So we're just going to shoot her. And we're going to luckily dodge that. And we're going to actually end up healing the damage we took earlier. She's a Vestal. I didn't say that earlier. She's basically like a cleric. That's the best way to view it. She's got mace bash. She's got lightning bolt, dazzling light, stuff like that. All right. Good. Stun. Or we could go for a plague grenade. I'm gonna go for a plague grenade. Light her up. That way she's dead for sure in a couple of turns. So they are going for my boy. Alright. We're going to use the Zealous Accusation because there is a chance that we can just kill this bone rabble. Alright. Now, again, she's taking about 4 damage. We want to kill her, so we're going to poison her again. We're going to stack that up and just take her out. Otherwise, she's going to cause more and more damage, and that's just not fun. Alright, we can illuminate. Honestly, we're just going to keep healing. We want to try and stay full HP. The less damage we take, the better off we are. So, since this has a better hit... Actually, no, we're going to go for the grape shot again.
As the fiend falls,
take them both out. 2 for 1.
Hope blossoms.
Alright. Now, your party can get shifted around. There's a whole way to, reset it. You'll see it later on. Oh, off that torch. Okay. We're going to scout now. Getting pretty good with the scouts. I think that actually always happens though. Let's go for the treasure. That loot. Alright. We have a little chest here where we got a key and a gold. So see, sometimes it's not always best to take as much as you did. I believe we could sell it back later, but I'm not sure. It actually looks like we might just be out of that money, but we're still making some value. He's a klepto. So you gotta be careful about this dude. Sometimes he might try and steal our stuff. But he's not gonna be the only crusader we're gonna have. At least I don't think so. That'd be a little weird. Alright, we got a real fight now. So we got an actual cultist up here. Because the undead dudes, you know, they're pretty strong, but they're not too strong. We could try and blast all these guys, or we could go specifically. Let's just try and get some damage, get some group damage out. Debuff them a bit. So, received. All right, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna just blight her.
A powerful blow.
Trying. We got a crit of 1, so you can see. So they'll bounce off of each other, and you know when things go well for your party, they'll start healing up their stress. Because when this stress gets to maximum, that's why I'm trying to focus her, because she does stress damage. When this stress gets over to 100%, they kind of, our guys lose hope. I forgot what it's called exactly. They go through like a virtue or something. They either go positive and you actually get a buff, or they go negative and it can get really nasty based off of the, you know, the character. Now, once they get to 200 though, they just have a panic attack and die. So we're gonna use, we could use accusation here, or we could start killing. Honestly, I'm gonna just oh, we missed. So we're gonna try and start clearing this out. Let's see, I got a stun here. I'm gonna stun her. And see. Alright, she's gonna die of plague anyway, so we're gonna hit these two right, or we're gonna hit the skeleton in the back. And we're gonna open up this dude here. Try and start spreading the love.
A death by inches.
Alright, that guy's taking some damage. I could try and finish it off now. Actually, she doesn't really have any straight damage, so we're gonna go for the heals. Keep our party topped up, and we're gonna smack him.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
All right. Hey, this heirloom chest. We can use the key here and take some goodies.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
All right, so I'm gonna swap over. So whoever you highlight is who's gonna activate the item. Kind of important sometimes. I just like to have Renald do it. But we want Dismas here. Dismas. This is the trap. So he's got, at least I believe he's the best one with trap resistance. Yeah, right here. So. Alright, so he can interact with the trap right there. Oh, I actually think he did it, but we're fine. I clicked it, but hey, it worked out.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted and purpose is made clear.
We're gonna ignore that little curio because we're gonna try and finish this up really, really quick.
Packs laden with loot.
There we go, some rubies.
Are often low on supplies.
We can even eat food to heal our characters up. If a dungeon's long enough,
the promise of safety.
Everyone, yeah, right here. Everyone has to eat. So it's after a couple of rooms. They'll heal up, but not as well as just eating the food straight up. All right. Got one more room to check out. I'll walk down this dark hall. Got a shovel. Pop that. So I should have brought one, but again, I don't remember what it is. Pop that torch.
Radiance, may we find victory.
All right. Now we got a major battle up here. This guy's just kind of like the cultist again. We're gonna pretty much go for them. That backline. This is why I like the Plague Doctor. Plague Doctor is my favorite character because she just does so much damage and she's fantastic at taking them out. So we're gonna actually, yeah, we're gonna murk him way before he can do anything. We're gonna go for a heal. Keep these guys topped up. All right, he's going for a slash. Renald can take that. All right, so we could try and stun the big dude, or we could go for the kill. Try and go for the kill. Better generally to try and just, you know, lean out the competition.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
All right, so we're gonna shuffle this dude right here. Yeah, shuffling moves him around. It also clears the corpses. That's so Renald can smack him. Or Dismas. Yeah, we're gonna smack him, and he's gonna die next from the blight. And then everyone's just gonna gang up on this dude. Right here, we're gonna actually use a little party heal.
Soothed.
Alright.
Sedated.
And we're gonna just smack him for 8. Gonna smack us for 4. And we're gonna try and go for the kill here. This guy's gonna, again, he's gonna die in a little bit, so we're really just gonna cut this guy. He's not gonna bleed, but we're gonna still cut him. And we're gonna poison him.
A singular strike.
And that's it. Alright, and then in this time, since he's gonna die, I'm gonna, the best thing, if we were continuing, it doesn't matter, but I'm gonna heal Ronald up here. That way, if we had to continue, there's really no point. You know, I just want him to die of poison.
The slow death. Unforeseen.
Oh, cool. We got a little trinket we can't use, sadly. Alright, we are going to continue because we have one more key and we have an heirloom chest right up here. So we're going to unlock that.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Okay, yeah, some things are worth value. So, honestly, we got these for free, so I'm going to take those out because we started with those. And we're going to leave. We could check out the other room, but I just don't really have time and it's really not worth it. That's the loot from our haul. So we got, let's see, we got 8 busts, 2 documents, I think deeds, and then 12 crests. So yeah, I think not after every, I believe it maybe after every mission. I don't remember, it's been a bit, but they do start accruing perks. So again, or no, level up. So I think it's also if you fail too. Depends. Like it you know, we did good that run, but we still got some pretty nasty perks. You can't get rid of these though. It's not the worst thing, and you can start locking in some of the good ones. So Ronald is like a total slayer right now. Extra stress, that's really not too bad early on, but later on that could be a big deal. So the accuracy is very, very nice, especially for range. Right, so we're gonna head back to the hamlet.
The tents are pitched, banners fly, and the corpse wagons stand at the ready.
This is just the DLC, it's the
circus has
multiplayer.
come to town.
Like the PvP multiplayer. It's a cool thing. I might share that on stream at some point, but not anytime soon. That is Darkest Dungeon. There's so much more to this game, especially with 2 full DLCs and a multiplayer component known as the Butcher Circus. I will again be streaming this tomorrow. So I've been your host, Zandy Dandy. If for any reason this video has encouraged you to grab this game or not grab this game, or check out my stream, drop a comment. Thank you again for your time, and I'll catch you in the next one.